For years, Big Chief stood at the center of Street Outlaws as both a dominant racer and a respected leader within the tight-knit Oklahoma street racing community. So when news surfaced surrounding a controversial decision that altered his presence on the show, speculation quickly spread among fans eager for answers. Street Outlaws built its identity on authenticity, raw street competition, mechanical ingenuity, and deeply personal rivalries. And Big Chief, whose real name is Justin Shearer, was instrumental in shaping that identity from the very beginning. As a founding figure, he wasn't just another competitor. He helped establish race rules, organized lists, and often acted as a mediator when tensions ran high. His reputation combined racing skill with leadership, making any major change involving him feel seismic within the show's ecosystem. When he eventually addressed the controversy publicly, his explanation reflected a mix of professional independence and personal conviction rather than explosive drama. According to his own statements across interviews and social media platforms, his decision to step back from certain filming commitments stemmed from creative differences and a desire to focus on racing in a way that aligned more closely with his principles. For viewers, the shift may have appeared sudden, especially given how central he had been to the narrative arcs of past seasons. However, reality television is far more complex behind the scenes than what appears on screen. Production schedules, competitive formats, and storytelling priorities can evolve, sometimes clashing with the perspectives of longtime participants. In Big Chief's case, he suggested that disagreements about race structure and fairness contributed to his choice. Rather than escalate conflict publicly, he emphasized respect for the racing community while making clear that he preferred authenticity over manufactured tension. This distinction resonated with a segment of fans who admired his commitment to grassroots street racing culture. Over time, Street Outlaws expanded into multiple spin-offs and competitive formats, intensifying rivalries and introducing new faces. Such expansion inevitably shifts dynamics. For someone who helped define the original formula, adapting to new production directions can be challenging. Big Chief's silence during the height of speculation only fueled rumors, with some online forums suggesting dramatic disputes or permanent exits. When he finally spoke, his tone was measured rather than confrontational. He did not accuse the network of wrongdoing nor disparage fellow racers. Instead, he framed his decision as one rooted in staying true to his passion for racing under conditions he felt were genuine. That nuance often gets lost in headlines that prioritize controversy over context. The reality is that high-profile personalities sometimes reach crossroads where professional alignment no longer feels natural. In such cases, stepping back can be less about conflict and more about autonomy. Big Chief also continued to engage with fans directly through independent racing events and digital platforms, reinforcing that his identity was never solely tied to a television contract. His connection to the street racing world predates the show and continues beyond it. The controversy, therefore, becomes less about scandal and more about transition. For longtime viewers, his absence from certain episodes marked the end of an era, prompting reflection on how much the show had changed since its early days. Yet for Big Chief, the decision represented continuity, returning to the roots that first fueled his love of racing. His willingness to speak publicly helped clarify misconceptions, though not all fans were satisfied. In the world of reality television, narratives often take on lives of their own, shaped by editing, online commentary, and fan speculation. By breaking his silence, he reasserted control over his own story, offering a reminder that behind every dramatic headline is a real person navigating professional choices. Ultimately, the controversy underscores the tension between entertainment and authenticity. Street Outlaws remains a popular franchise, but its evolution reflects broader trends in reality programming, where competition formats and audience expectations constantly shift. Big Chief's decision, controversial as it may have seemed, appears rooted in personal integrity and a desire to race on his own terms rather than in explosive conflict.